most of our problems boil down to our control issues. Let me just give you an illustration. This I can draw very easily. This is an illustration of the life of a control freak. Okay? That's the life of a control freak. Yeah? Everything happens the way I expect it to happen. Otherwise, something's wrong. Okay? Now, when this person is at this point in their life, this is weird now. You ready? Just hang with me. This person can remember what they had for breakfast. Not only that, but they know what they're going to have for dinner. That freaks me out. When somebody asks me if I'm off here at whatever point of the day I'm at, and say, what are you going to have for dinner? I don't know what I don't know. I'm not thinking about that. I'm just enjoying being here right now. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about dinner when the time comes or whatever. But this is a control freak. A control freak. Now, let's say this person comes in and gets worked on. Okay? So I work on them. And what I'm doing now, see, this person doesn't handle change very well. Okay? Now what I do is I push a button and something starts changing. And so now, you guys know what potential is, right? Well, the potential to change is building. Their body's trying to make changes, but they're not comfortable with those changes. So when they leave my office, they go to work and they're going, wow, this guy is really irritating me today. He's never usually this bad. And that friggin' doctor worked on my knee and now my shoulder's hurting. I don't know what's going on and my life sucks. And then all of a sudden, boom, they discharge. Now this can take an hour, it can take a day, a week, I've seen it take a year. At some point, the potential overcomes the resistance and they will discharge that tension that we initiated that movement. And when they discharge, they go into a healing crisis. And all a healing crisis is your body making changes so rapidly it's uncomfortable. That's all it is. Okay? Now here's the good news for this person. After they discharge this tension, they are now operating on this level, down here. They've released what I would call a quantum level of tension out of their body. Something they've been carrying around, and they discharged that, and now they're functioning on a slightly more flexible level. I have people that I worked on, came in for a month and said, I'm going to get worked on for a month, but they have anticipation. I want my shoulder pain to go away, otherwise it's not working, stuff like that. So I had a person come in for a month, and they'll go to me, okay, doc, you know what? It was a really great month. It was fun. It was interesting. I like the way you adjust and this and that, and pretty cool. But I don't really think it's helping me. And I'll say, okay, that's cool. Not a problem. At least you gave it a shot. And I know that once I work on somebody a little bit, it doesn't stop. It's not over. We initiate these things. It changes you. Okay? So I'll get a phone call. This happens all the time. I'll get a phone call from their wife or their husband, and they'll be like, look, I don't know what you've been doing, but they're coming down to sign up for another month because this is a different person I'm living with. You might not even see the changes, but people around you will see the changes before you do most of the time. Okay? Because normally you're walking out like this, now you're walking like this, and it's saying like, who is this person? Okay, so now if this person continues, and it does happen occasionally, if this person chooses to continue to get worked on a little bit, then what happens is that the next time they release tension, they'll discharge a little sooner and not as hard, see? And then as we break down the resistance, and that's what the consistent work is about. It's about identifying where the tension is, breaking down the resistance so that your system starts making changes more comfortably. Initially, it spurts. And then as the tension decreases in your system, it starts to roll more. So eventually, we break down the resistance, and then it just starts to glide. And this is the way we're supposed to be going through life, not like this. Okay? Now this person, here's the difference between the person in the healing process, who's actually enjoying life, and the person that is stuck in their control issues. The difference is, this person has no choices in life. If it's not working, something's wrong. If it's not what I expect or anticipate or want, then something's wrong with my life, okay? It's got to be the way I expect it to be, no changes, just the way I plan it. This person, if you would ask, now this person, let's say they're down here as they're going through their little life, right? If they're at this point, this person could be like suicidal, or they could be like really mellow and relaxed. It's the same frequency. They have a choice. This person can choose to be depressed or not. This person has no choice because that's what it is for me. Okay? There's choices here. This person could be pissed off at the world or they could be ecstatic with life and everything around them. It's the same vibrational frequency. It's just how they're perceiving it. Now here's the ticket. Here's the key. Okay? The key is no matter what you're feeling here, it doesn't matter. You know why? Because once you start learning about the healing process, you know that whatever it is, even if it's depression or something, it's not going to last. It always changes. Once you get used to the idea of this changing thing and that things go in and out and back and forth and symptoms come up and go down and move around from one part of the body to the other, then this doesn't bother you as much anymore. When a person comes in who's got depression is a major issue, okay? What happens after I work on them, inevitably, the first visit, it always happens, if they've never had any kind of energy work done, inevitably what happens is things start changing and they start feeling a relief and a release from where they've been trapped. And they start going, oh my God, I feel better than I have in so many years. I forgot what it was like to feel this wonderful and everything. And then, oh God, duck, I'm going back. I don't want to, oh, that wasn't too bad. Okay, all right, I made it through that. And what happens is you go through that cycle a couple of times. And as you go through that cycle, eventually you start getting into the groove. Okay, well, it's going to suck for a little while, but it's going to pass. Everything passes. Nothing is permanent. Here's another one of God's little things that we're supposed to figure out. Nothing is permanent. Everything in life is temporary. So it's only the things that we hang on to that affect us in a bad way that create our problems.